Well, hello and welcome back to the forest. Today we are looking at a couple of products from Black Diamond. So recently I updated my headlamp. I have been carrying the Petzl Tika Plus for many years, have gone through 2 or 3 of those. But I decided that I wanted to try something different. So today we are looking at the Spot 400R and the Orbiter 450 lantern. Now, this was a gift at Christmas, and I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't looking to get this, but I have really enjoyed it on all my camping trips. I haven't taken it backpacking because it is a little bulky. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough to that you don't need it on that kind of trip. Now, I've set up my tarp over here in hopes that I can darken things up a little bit, and you can see the functions, and maybe it lights up a little better than being out here in the broad daylight. I didn't want to do one of these videos at night because that's just tricky. I don't have the equipment ready for all that yet, but let's move over to the tarp and let's look at these 2 products from Black Diamond. Okay, my friends, so first we're looking at the Spot R 400 lumen headlamp. Now, I went with the rechargeable. They do offer, traditional battery, AAA battery headlamps. But what I found over the years with the Tikas is that if I didn't take those batteries out after a trip where it was raining or, very moist and humid like it is today, then it just corroded. And that's why I had to replace that headlamp a few times. This is also a higher lumen than those Tikas of the past. I'm sure that Petzl offers many different models, just like Black Diamond does, where they're 600, 700, 800 lumens. But the 400 lumen is that sweet spot for backpacking, in my opinion. Because basically, you're just fixing food. Once you've made camp, you may get caught if you're day hiking in the fall and winter, and it starts getting dark on you. So I found that 400 lumens is a perfect sweet spot. Now what I'm gonna do, and this isn't a big tarp, so I don't have a whole lot of room, but I'm going to show you the modes. So you have, that just turns it on to the, to the on position. Over to, on this side, there's another button where you can go through the modes. So that's a softer light, that's a red light. Okay, and then what's cool about this is there's actually a dimmer. So you can see right there, it slowly dims out. So you may not, if you're sitting around and having a conversation with somebody and you're not looking to blind them, but you want to see what's going on around you, you can go to that low, you can go to that dimmer and go low. So pretty cool, not a whole lot of different modes, but everything you need for, for hiking and backpacking. So the band is pretty comfortable. Let me just turn that off. The band is pretty comfortable. It's not as wide as what I'm used to, but obviously it's adjustable. This is adjustable, so you can point your headlamp down. That's very nice if you're with other people and you don't want to blind them. Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this headlamp from Black Diamond. But let's talk about the lantern for a minute. This is really cool. My wife surprised me with this. It was kind of one of my favorite gifts of that time of year. And like I said, it's a little bulky, but my son and I took it camping a month ago, and we used it in the tent the whole time. Really like it. So obviously this is rechargeable as well. So here's your port for that. What's cool about this is once you charge this up fully, you can use this to charge your phone. So it's actually a kind of a 2-way situation. But yeah, so let's check this out. It's kind of the same type of system as the headlamp. There's the main button there, and that gives you just the on for that. If you hit that button again, it turns it off. Also, here are the different modes. Same thing, one button to the side. So I really like this. This is called campfire mode. And what I like about this is, if you're already in your tent and you're already settled out for the night, but you just kind of want a little ambiance, this is cool. I actually find myself putting it on my nightstand sometimes and just going to sleep by it. All right, so and then the next mode is kind of like a blue, which is it's a really nice subtle type lighting. Same thing, if you're in your tent, you're not ready to completely crash out, you're just listening to the sounds of nature or other people having a conversation that's still up, you can have this little blue light on. Here's another mod or mode. This is pretty neat. I call it party mode. Don't know what Black Diamond calls it, but just kind of goes between several different colors. I thought that was fun. And then this is a lantern mode. So this is pretty cool to read by. It's more of a spot on the bottom. And what's interesting is to really light things up, you can hit this spot mode and the lantern mode at the same time and really light up your space. So I think this also has a dimming button, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. See that? You can dim your light. If you want that main light, you can dim that down. And then you just hold this main button to light it back up. I'll put the weight on the screen up here in case you were curious if it would add that much weight to your backpack. It has pretty cool little, you can hang this lantern in your tent, and it also has legs, so it can lay, flat on a table or something like that, a picnic table if you're camping. I highly recommend the Spot 400R headlamp and the Orbiter 450 lantern. Until next time, cheers. Peace out.